gmna uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, I'm Marcus Dunfield. Our county just unveiled a 53-member Child Safety Review Commission, a big step for our kids. Traffic is running clear, and this weekend the Ballston Spa Peach Festival kicks off with tasty treats for everyone. Over to you, Diana.
The new community mural at Galway Nature Preserve was unveiled yesterday, featuring vibrant scenes of local wildlife created by 3 regional artists.
The mural measures 40 feet wide and 25 feet tall, painted on a reclaimed wooden panel that previously served as a historic picnic shelter.
A dedication ceremony this morning drew over 100 residents, with representatives from the town council, local schools, and the Preservation Society delivering remarks.
The mural will stay on public view until year's end, and a QR code beside it provides artist biographies. Lots to get to, let's begin. Here are our top stories. Saratoga County District Attorney Brett Eby announced a new 53-member Child Safety Review Commission, uniting law enforcement, educators, faith leaders, and experts to strengthen child protection across the community. Talia Whitcomb has the full story.
At the Saratoga County Courthouse, District Attorney Brett Eby unveiled a Child Safety Review Commission, a 53-member panel designed to tighten protections for kids. The group blends law enforcement officers, school teachers, faith leaders, and other specialists in a task force. Eby said the commission will examine existing policies, recommend preventive measures, and coordinate community resources to keep children safer. Officials plan meetings and hearings, aiming for swift action on gaps identified in schools and neighborhoods. The announcement came on Wednesday, August 12, 2026, marking a push to strengthen child safety throughout Saratoga County. Police, school district, and church leaders will sit on the panel, giving a broad perspective, and the commission must deliver its report to County Board by year's end. Talia Whitcomb, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
The Saratoga Harness Track is in the midst of a major safety overhaul, installing 350 new smoke detectors throughout its barns. The effort follows the deadly fire that erupted in June, claiming multiple lives and prompting city officials to demand stricter fire protections. Track management says the devices will be placed in every stable area, feed rooms, and equipment storage zones, creating a comprehensive early warning system. Installation crews began work earlier this month and expect the network to be fully operational before the late summer meet concludes. Officials stress that the upgrade is intended to prevent another tragedy and to reassure owners, trainers, and spectators that the facility meets the highest safety standards. The project remains ongoing as workers continue wiring and testing the system across the complex today.
The 105th Saratoga sale this August shattered previous benchmarks, pulling in a gross of $118,215,000. Fasig-Tipton reported that 35 elite yearlings each fetched 7-figure sums, underscoring the fierce demand for top-tier bloodstock. Buyers and sellers alike celebrated the achievement, noting it marks the second straight year the auction has set new records. Industry insiders said the strong performance reflects confidence in the market as the summer racing season ramps up. The event was held at the Saratoga Springs Convention Center, attracting bidders from across the United States and Europe. With the historic Mineral Springs town already buzzing from the race meet, the auction's success adds another highlight to Saratoga's summer calendar. The record-breaking results will likely influence pricing and breeding decisions well into the next racing season.
The Ballston Spa Peach Festival returns Saturday at Wiswall Park, featuring peach-inspired foods and drinks from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., marking the second annual celebration of the summer harvest. Russ Tedeschi has the full story.
The second annual Peach Festival kicks off this Saturday at Wiswall Park in downtown Ballston Spa, running from 9 a.m. until 1. Organizers from the Ballston Spa Farmers Market have lined the park with stalls offering everything from fresh peach slices to grilled peach-glazed chicken, peach-infused lemonade, and artisanal cobblers. Local bakers showcase peach tarts, while a nearby brewery pours a limited-edition peach ale. Families wander the shaded walkways, kids clutching cool treats as the summer sun beats down. Visitors from neighboring towns mingle with longtime residents, sharing stories over a bite of peach-spiked barbecue. The event celebrates the region's ripe harvest and adds a sweet note to the town's weekend calendar. Russ Tedeschi, GMNA News, Wiswall Park.
Saturday morning, the Saratoga Automobile Museum will open its doors for a special showcase called Supercars in the Park. From 9 a.m. until noon, families and car fans can wander among a collection of exotic and high-performance machines, from sleek Italian exotics to cutting-edge American hypercars. Museum staff have arranged the display to highlight the blend of engineering precision and striking design that defines modern supercars. Visitors will find interactive stations where kids can learn about aerodynamics and drivers can snap photos beside the polished chrome. Admission is free, and the museum encourages anyone interested in automotive craftsmanship to stop by for a relaxed, family-friendly experience. The event runs only this Saturday, offering a rare chance to see some of the world's most coveted vehicles up close without leaving Saratoga Springs. Later we'll see how Saratoga Springs cracks down on unlicensed taxis, a move that could change how you travel. We will be right back.
Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news. Welcome back. City officials say the Saratoga Springs Department of Public Safety, together with code enforcement, has launched a sweeping crackdown on unlicensed taxi and rideshare operators. The announcement came today as officers begin heightened patrols and ticketing efforts across Broadway and surrounding neighborhoods. Officials cite a surge of complaints that drivers are evading the city's rideshare apps, leaving passengers vulnerable and depriving the municipality of required fees. The crackdown leverages the city's existing licensing framework, which includes hack licenses and the lens monitoring system to track vehicle compliance. Drivers found operating without a valid permit will face fines and possible vehicle impoundment. Authorities say the initiative will remain in effect through the remainder of the summer racing season, aiming to restore confidence in safe, regulated transportation for residents and visitors alike.
Saratoga's own Olivia Lill and Parker Mansfield helped the U.S. secure bronze in the mixed 8 and silver in another event at the Under-19 World Rowing Championships in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, this past weekend. Talia Whitcomb has the full story.
On the water in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, the Saratoga Rowing Association's Under-19 crew made a splash this past weekend. Olivia Lill and Parker Mansfield helped steer the mixed 8 to a bronze finish, while the U-19 squad secured 2 silver medals in separate events, all under the United States flag. The competition represents the highest level for Under-19 rowing worldwide. The athletes, competing against the world's top junior rowers, delivered strong performances that added to the medal tally for the United States. Supporters in Saratoga have followed the race closely. The medals came on Saturday and Sunday, bronze in the mixed 8 and silvers in 2 scull events. Talia Whitcomb, GMNA News, Plovdiv.
Volunteers and local artists gathered at the Galway Nature Preserve on Tuesday to unveil a new community mural. The piece, a collaboration between Saratoga Arts and the Saratoga Plan Stewardship Center, stretches across a historic stone wall near the main trail. Its bright panels depict native trees, wetlands, and open fields, reflecting the 3 pillars of land that Plan works to protect. The project was made possible through a grant supporting public art and environmental education. Attendees, including park staff and neighborhood residents, walked the length of the work while organizers explained how the imagery ties to ongoing conservation efforts in the preserve. Officials noted the mural adds a visual landmark to the site and reinforces the preserve's role as a place for both recreation and stewardship. The unveiling was captured on video and shared across social media, drawing interest from visitors throughout the region.
At Saratoga Race Course today, 4-year-old Grey Colt Butta surged to victory in the John Morrissey Stakes, earning his 5th career win. The colt broke sharply from the gate and settled just off the early pace before making a decisive move around the turn. Jockeys noted his smooth stride and the way he handled the turf, allowing him to pull ahead in the final furlong and hold off the field. The win adds another notch to Butta's resume as the summer meet rolls on, and it underscores the strength of the 5-year-old's form heading into the rest of the season. Trainers and fans alike celebrated the strong performance, which keeps the excitement alive at the Spa City's premier racing venue. The John Morrissey Stakes, a highlight of the Saratoga racing calendar, draws top contenders each summer, and Butta's triumph adds to the buzz as the meet approaches its final weeks.
Saratoga Springs police have cited 3 drivers for operating unlicensed taxi services amid a surge in summer season complaints, highlighting ongoing enforcement of rideshare regulations. Owen Prescott has the full story.
Police stopped 3 drivers cruising along Main Street after residents lodged complaints about unlicensed rides. Officers checked the vehicles, found none carried the required taxi or rideshare permits, and issued citations on the spot. The 3 motorists, all operating private cars as informal taxis during the peak summer months, were escorted to the precinct for processing. City officials say the crackdown is part of a broader effort to enforce rideshare regulations that took effect earlier this year. Officers noted that the drivers were turning away passengers without proper insurance or background checks, prompting the citations. The investigation wrapped up late afternoon as officers returned to patrol. Owen Prescott, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what tonight's weather holds for us.
A deepening high-pressure ridge and a swift northwesterly jet are locking in today's calm, warm evening. The all-time high for August 13th sits at 90 degrees, recorded in 2021 during a lingering heat wave that pushed the region into the upper 90s for a week. The record low is 54 degrees, set in 2022 when an early autumn cold snap slipped southward, snapping temperatures below the usual range. By contrast, the climatological average high hovers around 80 degrees and the average low near 60 degrees. So today's 81-degree reading sits just above normal, while tonight's low of 61 will be a touch warmer than the long-term mean. The live radar shows a completely clear swath across the Capital District, no echoes of rain or snow anywhere. With high pressure building aloft and a fast northwesterly jet stream channeling dry air, the atmosphere remains stable. That means no precipitation will arrive over Saratoga Springs tonight, and the clear skies will persist until after sunrise. I'm turning now to the evening outlook. At 6 p.m., the sky is partly cloudy with a temperature of 81 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity near 58%. The southwest wind is 6 miles per hour, gusting just 14, and pressure is rising under a strengthening high-pressure ridge. A swift northwesterly jet stream at 130 miles per hour rides over the region, reinforcing the dry air and keeping any lift weak. With the ridge in place, temperatures will dip slowly through the night, reaching a low of 61 degrees around sunrise. The UV index for the remainder of the evening sits at 5, and no weather alerts are in effect. Expect the clouds to thicken after dark, but precipitation remains off the table. Looking ahead, Friday brings another clear day with a high of 81 degrees and a low of 57, as the high-pressure ridge continues to dominate. Saturday stays pleasant, partly cloudy and a touch cooler at a high of 77 and a low of 57, the ridge still in control. Sunday shifts as a shortwave trough pushes moisture north, generating a 70% chance of rain and a high near 79, while temperatures hold steady around 57 for the low. Monday's forecast flips back to sunshine with a high of 81, but the lingering moisture offers a 65% rain probability and a low near 63. Tuesday ends the stretch with another clear sky, high 81 and low 61, as the pattern finally settles into a quiet summer regime. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Traffic's clear. We'll celebrate high school state champions at Saratoga Racecourse and hear about Kuma Ani Ramen heading downtown. We will be right back.
Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news. All major routes are flowing freely this afternoon. Interstate 87 northbound and southbound show no slowdowns, and US 9 through the village is clear. Route 50 and the Saratoga Lake Loop are moving at normal speed, with travel times matching posted estimates. Downtown streets, including Broadway and Main, remain open, though expect a modest buildup as school dismissals begin around 3 o'clock. The Saratoga Springs commuter lot on the east side is seeing a steady stream of vehicles heading toward the interstate, so allow a few extra minutes if you're heading that way. No accidents or roadwork are reported, and transit service runs on schedule, with the Capital District Transportation Authority buses on time along the downtown loop. Anticipate a gradual increase in traffic near the downtown core after 4 o'clock as shoppers return from the mall. Otherwise, the network stays smooth, so you can plan your afternoon with confidence.
High school state champions are getting the spotlight today as Saratoga Racecourse rolls out a special ceremony honoring the Capital Region teams that captured titles in the New York State Public High School Athletic Association. It's a chance to celebrate our young athletes and feel that hometown pride. Later, horse players can try their luck at the Saratoga Low Roller Contest, a Thursday-only on-track competition that adds a little extra thrill to the racing action. If you're looking for a free soundtrack to your afternoon, head over to Iron Spring Park in Ballston Spa, where the Diamond Cut Horns take the stage as part of the Concerts in the Park Summer Series. Perfect for families and anyone who loves a good brass groove. And keep an eye on Saturday night when Saratoga Casino Hotel launches Sunset Saturdays with live harness racing, food trucks, and themed entertainment. A family-friendly evening you won't want to miss. And now here's James with sports.
Summer heat fuels the grind as New York teams shape their seasons. Wide receiver Malik Neighbors stepped onto the field in a red jersey during the Giants' 14th practice, joining live team drills for the first time. Coach Harbaugh called the moment a milestone, signaling Neighbors is moving up the depth chart as the offense tightens ahead of preseason. New York Giants overhauled a struggling secondary, waiving recently signed cornerbacks DJ James and David Long, both added just 8 days ago. In their place, the club brought in a fresh defensive back, keeping the door closed on free agent Terrion Arnold and signaling a continued search for stability. Redraft fantasy leagues ignite this week, and the hunt for sleepers is heating up. As families and coworkers assemble their drafts, look beyond marquee names to emerging talent that could swing weekly matchups. Spotting undervalued players now may be the edge that carries a league to victory. The Yankees sent Max Fried to the mound against Seattle's Logan Gilbert, setting up a classic right-hander showdown. Both aces bring veteran poise, and their duel will shape the early series narrative, giving New York fans a glimpse of who will anchor the rotation as the summer rolls on. Special teams coordinator Chris Horton laughed when asked about the Giants' kicker battle, pointing to Dominic Zivada and Ben Sauls as the summer's standout performers. Their impressive legwork forces the coaching staff to evaluate consistency and clutch range, a decision that could lock in a reliable option before the regular season kicks off. Jarrett Cole's latest sequence earned him the Yankees' spotlight this week, adding another chapter to the franchise's storied pitching legacy. His command and strikeout ability reinforce his role as the staff's ace, and fans will watch to see if he can sustain that dominance through the stretch run. Keep an eye on the road trips and late-season battles ahead.
Thanks, James. Kumaani, the downtown Saratoga Springs ramen favorite, is set to open its 4th location at 23 to 25 Division Street. The expansion brings the shop's signature broth-rich noodle bowls and hand-shaken bubble tea to a new corner of the historic district in October 2026. After winning over students, office workers, and families across the capital region, the new spot will add seating for 60 guests, give local producers a fresh outlet, and create several jobs for neighborhood residents. It's more than a restaurant, it's a gathering place where strangers become friends over slurping noodles. For Saratoga, gmna represents the kind of homegrown flavor that keeps our downtown vibrant and welcoming. Capital Region's funniest comic competition returns this fall and weekend guide to events August 14 to 16. We will be right back.
Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news. Welcome back. The third annual Capital Region Funniest Comic Competition kicks off across Saratoga venues this September through October, promising fresh laughs as local comedians vie for the title. Owen Prescott has the full story.
Comedy clubs across the Capital Region are gearing up for the third annual Funny Comic Competition, set to run from early September through late October. Organizers have booked a string of Saratoga venues, from the historic downtown theater to the lively brewery taproom, each night drawing a packed house of local fans. Regional comedians are rehearsing punchlines backstage, swapping jokes while crews test lighting and sound. The lineup features a mix of seasoned stand-up veterans and fresh faces hoping to earn the top prize. Audience members can expect a rapid-fire series of 5-minute sets, with judges tallying laughs to crown a winner by the final night. The event aims to deliver non-stop humor for families and nightlife crowds alike. Owen Prescott, GMNA News, Saratoga.
From August 14 through 16, the Capital Region offers a packed weekend with the Schoharie County Sunshine Fair, Harbor Jam, and Troy Pig Out among other family-friendly events. Talia Whitcomb has the full story.
At the Schoharie County Sunshine Fair, families stroll past rows of homemade pies, craft booths, and a midway of rides, while a local band tunes up for the evening concert. Over at the waterfront, Harbor Jam brings Indian folk acts to the pier, with food trucks lining the promenade and fireworks slated for Saturday night. In downtown Troy, the annual Pig Out Festival rolls out a street cafe lineup of pork-centric dishes, live jazz, and a kids' art zone beside the historic courthouse. All three events run from 14 through 16 August, offering free admission at the fair and modest fees for music and food. Whether you're hunting for a family outing or a cultural splash, the Capital Region's weekend calendar is packed. Talia Whitcomb, GMNA News, Saratoga Springs.
Thank you, Saratoga Springs, for watching the local sunset. Tonight's record-breaking $118 million at the 105th Saratoga sale reminded us why our community thrives. I'm Marcus Dunfield, and I look forward to bringing you more stories tomorrow. See you then. Stay tuned for tomorrow's highlights on local arts and safety.